I am often asked how I learned to draw like this. Was I born with this skill? Did I go to an art school? The truth is, for a long time, I was an IT engineer, sitting behind a desk, and my pencils were just a distant childhood memory. Today, I want to share my journey, not as a career guide, but as a proof that you can teach yourself anything through patience, mistakes, and the right resources. Like many of you, I loved drawing as a kid. It was all about crayons and basic paints back then. But once high school hit, the art took a backseat. Later, I got busy with engineering studies and eventually landed a 9-to-5 IT job. For years, my creative side was completely dormant. I didn't even realize what was possible with a simple colored pencil. The turning point came when I quit my job to move to the UK for a couple of years. Suddenly, I had something I hadn't had in a decade: time. I remember scrolling through Instagram and seeing hyperrealistic colored pencil art. I was absolutely awestruck. I never knew you could achieve such a painterly detailed effect with this medium. Since high-quality art supplies were accessible even at local art stores in the UK, I decided to take the plunge. I invested in few quality art supplies, started following artists online, and spent hours watching YouTube tutorials. Those 2 years were a whirlwind of trial and error. I learned more from my failed drawings than I did from the successful ones. By the time I moved back to India, I had found my voice. I had already started my Instagram page, and to my surprise, international brands began to recognize my work. Collaborating with Derwent India was a huge milestone. Their professional supplies helped me push my work from good to better. Meanwhile, I also began exploring oil pastels and pastel pencils. I quickly fell in love with their vibrant texture and unique feel. I spent time learning how to use them. That's when I realized I wanted to share what I had learned through experience with others, which led to my YouTube channel and my first workshop. After conducting a couple of offline workshops and many online art sessions, I realized that I wanted a way to reach more people while maintaining my own schedule. So, I decided to move into pre-recorded classes, which gave me the flexibility I needed to teach without being tied to a specific time. This eventually led me to officially start my classes on Skillshare and decide to take art as a full-time career. But life has a way of adding its own layers. I actually published my very first Skillshare class when I was 2 months pregnant and managed to finish 2 more before my daughter was born. Once she arrived, I naturally had to slow down to focus on her. Now that she's in play school, I'm finally finding the time to dedicate to YouTube and my teaching again. I'll be honest, I don't find much time to draw just for myself anymore, as the focus has shifted from a hobby to building a career that's been an inevitable change. It's a balance I'm still trying to find, but I'm grateful to be on this path. The main thing I want you to take away from my story is that you don't need a formal degree to be an artist. You need curiosity and the willingness to make mistakes. To help you with that, I'm starting a new video series right here. Over the next few months, I'll be sharing the specific YouTube channels that taught me everything, the essential supplies you need to get started with realistic drawing, and the resources that help me bridge the gap as a beginner. If you want to dive into structural learning right now, you can also find my full courses on Skillshare via the link in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the rest of the series. Let's learn and grow together. I'll see you in the next video.